Right, hopefully everyone can see my slide. Okay, for today, we will learn on the accounting equation and double entry bookkeeping. Alright, the cost learning outcome that relate with this subtopic is cost learning outcome number 2 on the prepare adjusting entries and closing entries and basic financial statements. So we will focus on the basic financial statement. And then programs learning outcomes number 2 also relate to the course learning outcome number 2, which is on the apply critical thinking skills for problem solving of business administration in the field of financial services. Alright, for this topic, we will cover on the accounting equation and its component. Right, we also already learned about the accounting equation and its component uh, in the week before, okay, but I explained in the Malay version. So that the second one is we will learn on the definition of asset. What are the definition of asset? So asset have two sub-component, which is current asset and non-current asset. And then what is the liabilities? Okay, the liabilities also have the two sub-component, which is current liabilities and the non-current liabilities. Okay, we learn also on the equity. What is the equity? What is the revenue? And what is the expenses? Alright, the effect of business transaction on accounting equation. What are the effect of business transaction on accounting equation? Accounting equation that we learned before is asset equal to liabilities plus equity. So that from the business transaction that occur in your business, or the business transaction that occur in a firm or in a business, in a organization and so on, what are the effects from each business transaction on the accounting equation. Okay, and then we will look on the presentation of the statement of financial position. So how we present assets, liabilities and equity in the statement of financial position format. And then we also learn on the double entry system. What are the double entry system is, alright? Okay, we go to the next slide on the accounting equation. Alright, what are the accounting equation? This is the first question that you should ask to yourself, and you must answer the question, because okay, when you unable to explain on what are the accounting equation, okay, you will face more problem in order to prepare your statement of comprehensive statement of comprehensive income, profit and loss, and then also on the statement of financial position. So that when we ask about the accounting equation, okay, accounting equation equal to asset plus liability. Okay, accounting equation equal to asset equal to liability plus equity. This is the core equation. So let's say you want to find how much the capitals. So you must rearrange the formula in order to get the capitals. Okay, so that let's say we go to the what are the capitals. The first equation is start from the capital equal to assets. What are the capital? Capital is a resources supplied by the owners. So in order to form a business such sole proprietorship, milikan tunggal, okay, the person that form the type of organization and the person who involve or who supply the capital in the business is the same person, because right, in sole proprietorship, capital will supply by the owner or the individual that form the business. And then what are the assets? Asset is the resources in the business. Okay, bila cakap tentang capital adalah capital ini adalah sesuatu yang kita bawa masuk, satu-satu sumber yang kita bawa masuk ke dalam syarikat lah. Kenapa kita bawa masuk? Sebab kita as a owner. And then what are the asset? Asset adalah resources. in the business. Satu-satu benda atau satu-satu sumber yang ada dalam business. Okay, nanti bila kita bawa masuk, let's say we as a owner of the business bawa masuk satu-satu kata modal, bawa masuk modal. Capital ni modal Okay, bawa masuk modal ni maybe bring in modal into your business. Maybe the type of the modal that you bring in into your business is maybe cash. Sometimes you bring in your vehicle and then so on lah, laptop dan sebagainya. Sebab dalam sole proprietorship, dalam bisnes yang milikan tunggal, anda sebagai orang yang membuka bisnes tersebut dengan bisnes tu tak ada beza. So tak ada beza daripada sudut kalau awak nak capital, additional capital, you must bring in your personal anda punya sendiri, personal punya harta. Let's say awak ada kereta, so awak nak gunakan kereta tu untuk bisnes, so bawa kereta sendiri sebab awak satu-satunya owner ataupun pemilik kepada syarikat tersebut. So dan like bila capital pun awak bawa masuk, and then awak kena tanggung jugalah kalau ada kerugian apa-apa, awak just the liability is on your own side. So tak ada orang lain yang akan ambil peduli lah. Alright, this is a capital. Let's say you bring in your capital in type of, maybe you bring in your laptops. So laptops will be your one of the capital that you bring in into your business. And then laptop also put in the capital side and also be a assets, your asset. Okay, under the non-current asset. Okay, and then but if someone else has provided some of the assets, let's say we want to expand our business, and then when we want to expand our business, so we need some fund from other third party and so on, and then you will borrow from the bank or other third party that offer you financing money and so on. And then let's say when you get the loan from third party, then it will be your liabilities. Then liabilities ni tanggungan. So anda punya tanggungan when you involved in some borrowing method, so financing and so on in the third party, your liability will increase and then your asset also increase. So awak buat satu-satu pinjaman dengan syarikat dengan pihak ketiga, tak kisahlah pihak ketiga tu bank ke siapa-siapa yang menawarkan pinjaman. So bila awak dapat pinjaman tu, awak akan dapatlah benda yang awak pinjam tu apa, duit kan. So awak akan dapat duit, and then dalam masa yang sama your liabilities, your credit side in the liabilities will increase. Sebabnya awak dapat duit dalam masa yang sama, jumlah hutang awak bertambah. Okay, this is on the accounting equation. Explanation on the accounting equation. We go to the next slide on the equality of accounting equation. This is the transaction from this transaction. So okay, the explanation on this slide number 3 will explain on the slide number 4, which is on the slide number 3. Okay, from the transaction that the company involved, okay, before you recorded what is the debit side and what is the credit side, you should be able to know how you define, how you make the decision if the debit side is asset, let's say asset. Why you put in the debit side and why you put in the credit side. So that in this slide, so we go to the example of a transaction, which is alright. In order to complete one transaction, the important thing that must have in your mind is, in order to complete the transaction, in order to complete the recorded your transaction into the journal, you should know the first thing is each transaction that involved in a business have two side recorded. Okay, semua transaksi yang terlibat, satu-satu transaksi ni, let's say for the first one, for the first example, owner pays capital into the bank. For this transaction, you must record both sides. Okay, and then your technique of thinking also should think in a two side. Okay, today we want to learn on how to think. Okay, how to think. What are the debit side and what are credit side? Okay, which account should be recorded in a debit and which account should be recorded in a credit? So I will give my explanation on example number 1, example of transaction number 1, and also for the number 3. Okay, after I finish my presentation on the example of transaction number 1 and number 3, I will choose. I will choose maybe 4 or 5, from all students to explain again in the method I used to explain. Right? Kena explain semula apa yang saya dah explain untuk test your understanding. Okay, so you should pay more attention on my explanation because after my explanation on example of transaction number 1 and number 3, okay, your turn to explain again. Alright, we go to the owner pays capital into the bank. Okay, in order to answer the transaction that in order to answer the question, or in order to record one transaction, the first thing you must know, you must follow the process that involved in order to help you make the decision what is in debit side and what is the credit side. The first one is from the one transaction, you should think what are the conditions that the transaction involve. Okay, when we talk about the condition, we have 4 condition. So ada 4 syarat ataupun 4 keadaan ataupun 4 situasi dalam satu-satu transaksi, dalam satu-satu transaction. Awak kena fikir transaksi yang awak dapat tu ataupun transaksi yang awak nak record tu memenuhi kondisi yang mana. Okay, the first condition is, dia ada 4 condition. Okay, the first condition is naik. Okay, kenapa ada 2? As we already inform you that each transaction that occur in a business, must have 2 recorded. What are in a debit side and what are in a credit side. 2 cara record. Ini adalah the first condition is debit increase, credit also increase. And the second condition is debit decrease and then the credit also decrease. Okay, this is a second condition. The third condition is the debit is increase and the credit is decrease. This is a third condition. And the last condition is the debit decrease and then the credit increase. This is 4 condition. So in order to answer the question on the transaction, how to record it, you must decide first on the which condition that your transaction fulfill. Let's say for the first one, owner pays capital into the bank. Okay, how to interpret on how you want to record it. Let's say owners pay from this transaction from this transaction, you must think twice time. Let's say owners pays first. Owners pay capital. First one is owners pay capital. So you must do some method in order to think. Let's say from the one transaction, you must think 2 times and then you must decide. Okay, either the transaction that give to you is increase or decrease. So that for the first one, owner pays capital. Okay, owner bayar modal. Owner bayar modal. Bila owner bayar modal, apa yang naik? Owner bawa masuk modal. Okay, of course sebelum ni, before this we don't have any capital. So when the owner pay the capital, it will increase the capital side. So sekarang the first one is capital naik. Okay. The second one is you must think about into the bank. Okay, you owners pays capital. The first one, capital is increased into the bank. Before this, your bank may be decreased. So when the owner pays capital into the bank, daripada dalam bank tu tak ada, dia bawa masuk pergi dalam bank, dia akan meningkatkan bank. Okay. So from the transaction number 1, the condition that the transaction fulfill is the condition number 1. Okay, naik. Okay, naik. Mula-mula cara fikir dia adalah increase. Okay, itu adalah syarat nombor 1. Syarat nombor 2, okay, the second condition that you must to fulfill adalah, this is number 1 process. The second process is, okay, ni dia. Awak kena fikir apakah yang tadi dah cakap kan, naik. Apakah yang naik? Ni dia, capital naik, bank naik. Okay. The second process is, the third process is, cara yang ketiga adalah, okay, awak dah tahu dah, you already knows on the capital is increased, the bank is also increased. Daripada mana nak tahu? Daripada transaksi yang awak baca tu. So kena fikirlah kan, so dia melibatkan critical thinking kat sini. And then after you already know what are the account that increase and what are the account also increase, said, okay, you must put your answer in the debit side. What is the in debit side and what are the in the credit side? So that masa nak letak ni lah, okay, at this time in order to put what are the account in the debit side and what are the account in the credit side, you must follow. Okay, awak kena ikut syarat ni, syarat yang saya pernah kongsi dengan awak sebelum ni. Sekejap nah. Okay, step yang ketiga adalah you must follow asset equal to liability plus equity plus hasil minus belanja. Okay, and then you kembangkan asset equal to liability plus modal campur untung bersih tolak rugi bersih campur hasil tolak belanja. Okay, you put the equation here, pemisah. Okay, yang aset ni meningkat sebelah sini. Ni debit side. And then ni credit side. Meningkat sebelah sini. So, yang positif-positif ni semua meningkat lah kan? Tapi kalau negatif, nampak tak dia negatif? Dia menaik kat sini, dia record naik sebelah kredit, tapi sebab dia negatif, dia naik sebelah sana. Okay, sebab simbol dia negatif. Alright. So, sekarang kita pergi pada soalan tadi. Tadi kita dah tahu dah. Okay, yang menaik capital, bank pun naik. So, sekarang ni kita kena tahu pula. Okay, now we should know what are the account that should be debited and what are the account that should be credited. So, the method in order to answer the question is, tadi capital naik, okay, capital increase. Okay, capital under which component here? Under component mana capital? Capitals under the equity, right? So equity pemilik, honest equity, increase in a credit side. Tadi dah cakap kan, capital naik. So capital naik sebelah mana? Credit side. You put here capital. Okay, letak amount dia. Okay, and then we go again, and then lagi satu yang naik adalah bank. Which component that the bank, which component the bank, your bank appear. So bank dia akan muncul dekat bawah asset. Asset menaik sebelah debit. Okay, debit, bank. So dah menjawab soalan nombor 1. Ada soalan? Any question? Any question? Ada soalan tak?
No, Doktor.
Tak ada, Madam.
Faham? Sebab lepas ni awak kena explain juga kan, macam saya explain. Okay? Boleh semua?
Boleh Doktor.
Boleh,
Alright.
Doktor.
Ada soalan tak? Yang lain-lain? Tak ada. We go to the... Okay, tak nak. So before we proceed with the example number 3, okay, I choose... Sana. Okay, I choose the for student to to answer the transaction. Okay, the first one is Farhana. Farhana ada? Farhana ada? Mana Farhana?
Ya, Doktor.
Okay, saya. Pilih satu.
Apa, Doktor?
Pilih satu.
Pilih satu daripada example transaction ke?
Yes.
Nombor 1.
Saya dah explain tadi. Pilih yang lain. Satu dan 3 saya dah pilih.
Nombor
Okay, pilih cepat. Muhammad Aidil, the second one. Pilih example yang kedua. Ada Aidil?
Saya Doktor.
Ya, Aidil. Aidil pilih nombor berapa?
Saya pilih nombor 2 lah. Tu boleh?
Nombor 2. Alright, boleh. Okay, seterusnya cepat Hana. Saya banyak lagi topik hari ni nak belajar. Kalau awak lambat dia akan drag lah masa saya.
saya pilih nombor 5.
Nombor 5, alright. And then the third one is Sharifah Umairah.
Saya, Doktor. Saya ambil nombor 4.
Nombor 4. Alright. Boleh. And then last one is Zulfadli. Zulfadli ada? Zulfadli ada tak? Zulfadli? Mana Zulfadli ni? Kita tak datang lah ni. Dia panggil tak ada. Izzuddin.
Saya ada.
Pilih satu Izzuddin.
Nombor 6.
6, alright. So daripada semua yang anda pilih tu, so saya proceed kepada saya punya pembentangan untuk kali kedua. So saya repeat balik. So okay, sekejap. I repeat again that I must your explanation will be same as my explanation. Right? So pergi kepada contoh yang ketiga, which is satu contoh sekejap. The first one is, okay, you must think on the each transaction that you must record it have two sides, okay, which is from one transaction you must think separately, okay, because each transaction have two things that you must to record it, which is on what are the account that should be debited and what the account that should be credited. Okay. Pertama sekali, the first process is you must to decide which condition the transaction fulfill, which is the, let's say for the question number 3, buy goods on credit. So you must think first, the first one is buy goods. Apa yang dia buat? Dia beli barang. So sebelum ni tak ada barang. And then sekarang ada barang. So naik. Satu naik. The second one is on credit. What are the meaning of on credit? The meaning of on credit is beli secara hutang. So we buy some goods from other suppliers, our suppliers, okay, through hutang, through credit. Okay, so that sebelum ni kita tak ada hutang pun. Tapi sebabkan kita dah beli barang secara hutang, automatik kita dapat barang. Dalam masa yang sama, hutang kita juga bertambah. So, in order to answer the first process, okay, so the question number 3, the transaction number 3 fulfill the condition number 1, which is increase. Okay, the second process is, okay, you must to think what are the item that increase in the first side, and then what are the item also increase in the second side. And then the second is buy goods on credit. Okay, kita beli barang kan, so that kita akan dapat barang lah, goods. Okay, ini kita fikir je dulu apa yang naik, apa yang turun. Goods naik. Goods ni kalau dalam account dia akan record sebagai inventory. And then credit. So yang naik lagi satu adalah beli secara hutang, dia akan bagi kesan dekat account payable. Naik. Okay, account payable ke account receivable? Ini yang saya suruh cari hari tu kan. Account payable ke account receivable?
Account payable.
Payable.
Apa makna account payable?
Akaun belum bayar.
Belum bayar.
Account belum bayar. So kita hutang lah kan. So dalam account dia akan tulis account payable, nama lama, nama baru, account payable lah. Account belum bayar dalam bahasa Melayu. Okay. So that, itu yang kedua. Step yang ketiga adalah awak kena fikir pula inventory ni under komponen apa, account payable pula under komponen apa. So inventory under komponen asset, account payable under komponen liability. Okay, so sekarang nak record, tadi ada apa liability and asset kan. So nak tahu apa itu debit, apa account kat debit, apa account kat kredit. So asset naik sebelah mana? Sebelah debit. So letak kat sini. asset. Tapi inventory kan sudah taklah inventory. So saya nak tunjuk dia how to record it sahaja. Asset, berapa item dia. And then the second one is account payable. Account payable liability. Liability naik sebelah credit. So letak kat sini liability. Tapi kalau dalam soalan dia suruh letak account payable. So account payable lah. Account belum bayar. So habis. What else? In the debit side, what in the credit side. Ada soalan? Tak ada.
Doktor,
Semua
saya
faham?
nak tanya.
Ya, sila.
Tadi kan doktor cakap debit apa tadi? Debit asset kan? Dia kalau goods contoh kalau dalam soalan tu kita tak pasti nak letak sama ada goods ataupun asset. Goods kan inventory. So kita nak letak apa doktor?
Inventory lah, inventory.
Oh, inventory. So sama juga macam liability atau account payable tadi.
Dia macam ni, masa awak buat record debit side, credit side, awak akan guna term debit inventory, credit account belum bayar. Sebagai contoh, kena guna dia punya item dalam dia. Bukan guna dia punya komponen. Komponen tu kan asset equal to liability plus equity, hasil plus belanja, plus hasil tolak belanja. Itu komponen. Kalau saya sebut item adalah benda-benda yang dalam tu. Maksudnya contoh, goods tadi kan inventory kan. Dia ada beza dalam contoh kan, some books refer to kalau sebut goods, dia kadang-kadang tak sebut goods, dia terus letak stock. Kadang-kadang dia letak inventory terus. Tapi kalau buku ni dia guna goods. Bila goods, apa yang awak kena tahu adalah bila sebut goods, dia refer to the inventory. Kenapa dia guna term goods? Sometimes you will get the question that say buy asset. Kalau buy asset, dia takkan bagi kesan dekat contoh dia beli asset, dia takkan berkurang dekat purchases sebab dia asset. Okay, asset untuk tu lah beli, contohlah beli asset tu kenderaan ke. Inventory pun asset juga. Jangan silap tau. Inventory asset. Kenderaan pun asset juga. Tapi apa kesan dia? Kalau dia beli goods, dia akan masuk dalam purchases part. Dalam statement of comprehensive profit and loss. Sebelum anda dapat result gross profit. Tapi kalau you dapat soalan buy vehicle and so on, so dia tak masuk dalam purchases. Sebab benda yang masuk dalam purchases adalah transaction yang relate dengan your main macam mana cakap awak punya transaksi utama. Let's say awak jual sarung tangan. So yang sarung tangan je lah proses yang sarung tangan, apa-apa yang berkaitan. Tapi kalau dah awak beli aset, dia tak masuk situ. Dia masuk dalam statement of financial position. Itu beza yang awak kena faham. Tapi kalau tanya kat saya, nak guna term apa? Awak kena guna nama item tersebut, bukan komponen. Yang komponen tu awak kena tahu saja. Kenapa awak kena tahu? Sebab at the end, when we want to prepare the statement of financial position, awak tahulah inventory tu asset. So tahu nak letak kat mana position dia. Okay. Menjawab tak? Harap-harap menjawab lah. Jawab tak Habib?
Faham. Thank you doktor.
Okay, ada soalan lagi? Ada soalan lagi tak? Any other question? Ada soalan tak? Pembentang-pembentang cikgu-cikgu sekalian yang bakal membentang, ada soalan? Jangan cakap tak tahu pula nak present lepas ni. Tak ada? Faham? Semua dah faham ni. Tak ada So kita pergi kepada pembentang yang pertama. Soalan nombor apa? Soalan nombor 2. Siapa yang pilih soalan nombor 2? Ada yang pilih soalan nombor 2?
Saya.
Ya, sila.
Okay, untuk nombor 2, dia buy goods, buy check. So, kalau kita beli barang, maknanya kita meningkatkan aset kita. So, aset kita bertambah. And dia jual, buy goods, dia beli, buy check. So, maknanya check ialah bank, dia akan mengurangkan kita punya aset juga, which is bank. So, condition kat sini naik turun. Betul lah. Lepas tu untuk item untuk item dia dua-dua asset, and untuk double entry kalau asset tu bertambah kita akan masukkan ke debit, asset berkurang kita akan ke kredit. So dekat sini kita buy goods, maksudnya kita tambahkan asset kita, so kita letak inventory dekat bahagian debit. Lepas tu di bank kita akan letak bahagian kredit. Macam tu. Itu kan doktor?
Okay. Thank you Aidil. Ada soalan? Kawan-kawan ada nak tanya? Tak ada. Kita pergi kepada example number 4. Ada yang pilih example number 4?
Saya doktor.
Ya, sila.
Okay, untuk nombor 4, sale of goods on credit. So yang first kita tengok bahagian sale of goods lah. So kiranya macam dapat jual barang. So yang kedua on credit secara hutang. And lepas tu yang kedua bila kita jual barang, kiranya barang kita akan menurun. Ini kalau secara hutang duit kita masuk dulu, dia akan meningkat. And then as goods tu, dia kira asset. Dia goods tu inventory lah. So kira kita punya inventory tu menurun. Lepas itu on credit tu, dia kategori as a debtors. Debtors tu pun asset juga. Dan asset tu kita kira increase, meningkat. So on debit side will be debtors sebab dia meningkat. On credit side pula goods sebab dia asset dia menurun. Okay lah, itu sajalah.
Okay, sorry saya terkeluar. Okay, sekarang ni saya dekat Proton City, so dah nak hujan lebat, so naik internet problem. So, can we proceed? Boleh sambung?
Ya, dah.
Boleh
Kita terus
doktor.
kepada tadi siapa? Sharifah eh?
Saya explain balik ke apa?
Yes, explain balik boleh? Alamak, problem lah internet saya ni.
Nak saya
Kalau saya terkeluar, lepas tu hilang lah kan yang saya share ni. Ke ada? Okay, kita boleh proceed eh? Boleh tak explain lagi sekali? Mana Sharifah?
boleh Puan. Okey,
Dengar?
saya ambil nombor 4.
Okay,
Boleh dengar eh?
okay.
Saya ambil nombor 4 which is sale of goods on credit. So yang pertama, sale of goods. Maknanya dia jual barang on credit, cara hutang. So yang bila jual barang dia akan menurun sebab barang berkurang. And then on credit duit masuk dia meningkat. And then bila jual barang kategori as asset, dia inventory. So and then yang credit pula dia bahagian debtors, so dia dikategori sebagai aset juga, dia meningkat. So nanti di bahagian debit side dia akan debtors iaitu ABT, account belum terima, account receivable, dan credit side dia akan inventory lah, stock of goods. Itu saja. Okey ke Puan?
Okay, okay. Ada soalan tak?
Terima kasih.
Menatullah, ada soalan?
Tak ada doktor.
Faham?
Faham
Faham.
doktor.
Okay, saya nak tanya kat Menatullah. Sales of goods on credit. Okay. Dia bagi kesan dekat dia bagi kesan dekat apa akaun yang terlibat? Ya, Menatullah.
Akaun yang terlibat. Akaun belum terima. Itu ke maksud doktor?
Kau belum terima under komponen?
Asset.
Asset apa? Which asset? Which type of asset? Asset consists of two, which is asset ada dua. So dia masuk dekat asset mana? Mena tu
Faham doktor yang tu.
tak faham.
Asset ada dua tu.
Asset ada berapa? Asset ada berapa?
Asset.
Awal-awal tadi saya dah mention dah. Asset ada dua, ada berapa? Asset ada berapa? Nur Amirah. Asset ada berapa?
Asset apa? Current asset dengan non-current asset tu ke?
Asset ada dua. So current asset and non-current asset.
Macam tu ke?
Soalan saya, akaun belum terima masuk bawah asset apa?
Account belum terima masuk dalam non-current asset.
Non-current asset?
Ah,
Apa makna non-current asset?
Sekejap. Non-current asset.
Apa dia, apa yang Hafizah jawab liabilities tu? Apa liability? Soalan saya, akaun belum terima masuk bawah asset. So which type of asset?
Account receivable lah. Kata.
Ya saya?
Account receivable lah.
Receivable kat mana?
Dia aset semasa.
Receivable kat aset semasa. Okay, bila saya tanya, saya sebut item tu, saya tanya which component. So awak akan jawab asset. Kalau awak jawab asset, dia sangat besar. Asset tu dia ada consist of two, current asset and non-current asset. Okay, Raja Nur Fatihah. Betul ke ni? Fatin, Raja, tak nampak nama penuh lah. Raja Nur Fatin.
Ya doktor.
Apa yang awak faham tentang non-current asset?
Kalau non-current asset ni, asset dia lama, macam tempoh dia lama, macam kenderaan, macam bangunan. Kalau aset semasa, dia ada tempoh kecairan, macam tunai.
Lama tu berapa lama? Non-current asset tu dia awak cakap lama kan? Berapa lama?
Lebih dari setahun.
Lebih dari setahun. Kalau current asset?
Current asset kurang setahun.
Kurang setahun. Alright, thank you. Thank you
Welcome.
Fatin. Lagi siapa ni? Minatullah, thank you. Alright, kita pergi kepada pembentang seterusnya.
Okay. Example of transaction, sale of goods for cash, kurangan cek. Okay, dia jual barang, maksudnya asetnya berkurang. Lepas tu, bayar by check, maksudnya bertambah bank. So condition dia turun naik. Untuk item pula, barang dan cek itu adalah aset. Kita lepas tu kita jual barang dekat customer melalui bank. So debit tu bank, credit inventory. Yang tu je.
Thank you Farhana. Soalan
Okay.
saya tak tanya kat Farhana lah, nak tanya orang lain pula. Supaya anda semua rasa bersedia dan rasa berada di kelas saya. Afifah.
Saya.
Soalan saya Afifah, tengok pada soalan example of transaction number 5. Okay. Sales of goods for cash. Dalam kurungan dia letak check. Okay. So the account involved for statement of for cash dalam kurungan check tu adalah bank. Okay. Boleh? Soalan saya adalah, kenapa dia tak letak cash? Kenapa dia letak bank? Apa beza cash dan bank? Boleh faham soalan saya?
Sebab
Afifah
dalam
boleh
kurungan
boleh
tu tak
dengar?
check.
Ya, tak dengar.
Dengar? Dekat soalan tu, dekat kurungan dia tulis check. Maksudnya dia tunai tapi secara check.
So kalau dia tak letak perkataan check tu, apa akaun yang terlibat? Afifah.
Um, se-
Tak dengar. Kau cakap apa? Kalau dia tak letak, thank you Ili. Kalau dia tak letak perkataan
Dia
check
jual.
tu, ya. Saya punya line problem ke awak yang punya line problem ni? Saya punya suara putus-putus ke?
Elok je doktor.
Hello.
Jelas.
Sebab saya on dua. Saya buka laptop dan handphone. So sekarang ni Afifah lah kot line dia problem. Afifah boleh dengar suara saya? Line problem kot ya Afifah, so tak apa saya pilih orang lain.
Dengar doktor. Tak dengar ke?
Dengar putus-putus. So tak
Ya?
apa. Terus pada soalan saya tadi. Kalau saya padam perkataan check tu, apa akaun yang terlibat?
Akaun
Okey, kalau ada perkataan check, awak letak dia jadi
tunai.
bank. Kalau saya padam perkataan check tu, apa akaun yang terlibat?
tunai. So, kita bayar sebab soalan dia kita jual secara tunai. Hello?
Tunai tu jawapan dekat check tu. Jawapan awak. Saya nak pastikan awak faham. Faham tak soalan saya? Ke tak faham soalan saya? Afifah.
Macam mana tu saya kurang faham soalannya.
Tak, kalau tadi awak cakap dia akaun yang terlibat adalah bank sebab dia guna check dekat dalam kurungan tu. Soalan saya, kalau dia potong check tu, apa akaun yang terlibat?
Cash.
Cash lah. Okay, jawapan dia cash lah. So, saya nak bagi tahu dekat anda. Okay, Okay, sometimes you may record as a check, sometimes you may record as a bank. Okay, cash ataupun bank dia tak ada beza je. Dia cuma beza dia nama dia lah kan. Tapi dia still bawa aset and then dia bukan secara hutang. Itu je. Okay, dua benda yang sangat penting lah. Okay, last one. Terusnya.
Seterusnya untuk example yang ke-6 iaitu pay creditor. Jadi pay creditor ni maksudnya kita membayar pemihutang, orang yang kita berhutang. Jadi dia akan menyebabkan aset kita akan berkurang dan juga liability kita akan berkurang. Untuk item dia, untuk aset di bahagian bank, untuk liability di bahagian account belum bayar.
Sekejap Izzuddin. Kawan-kawan lain ada nak tanya? Sebab saya ada nak tanya dekat orang lain ni. So sebelum saya tanya, saya nak tahulah yang lain-lain yang sedang mendengar Izzuddin terang ni faham ke tidak? Zahirah binti Yahya.
Ya doktor.
Faham?
Faham. Dia macam
Tak dengar?
bila kita faham. Yang saya faham bila kita membayar tempat kita berhutang, maksudnya liability, account payable kita dah berkurang lah. Kita punya tanggungjawab berkurang. Jadi liability berkurang. Lepas tu aset kita pun berkurang lah sebab kita membayar.
Jadi sebab tu bank tu pun berkurang.
Thank you Zahira, thank you.
Okey doktor.
Okay, kita pergi pada Tuan Amirul Syafiq.
Ya, doktor, saya.
Tuan Amirul Syafiq berada dengan saya dalam kelas ni.
Ya, doktor. Benar.
Tak dengar lah.
Hello?
Slownya.
Hello?
Okey, Amirul Syafiq, boleh dengar?
Boleh, doktor.
Soalan saya, kenapa tiba-tiba kita kena bayar hutang? Kenapa tiba-tiba kita kena bayar hutang?
Sebab
Tak dengar lah.
setiap bulan kita perlu bayar dekat orang yang kita pinjam. So kita kena kreditkan wang kita ataupun aset kita tu berkurang kepada hutang kita. Betul ke, doktor?
Ya, Nur Hazimah.
Ya, saya doktor.
Alright. Jawapan awak, kenapa tiba-tiba kita kena bayar hutang? Apa yang jadi sebenarnya?
Oh, sebab kita berhutang.
Tak dengar.
Sebab kita berhutang.
Kenapa kita berhutang?
Sebab untuk
Kenapa kita berhutang? Bila kita akan berhutang?
bila kita nak membeli modal.
Tak dengar lah, ya Allah.
Bila kita nak membeli modal.
Kita nak membeli modal?
Hmm.
Modal apa yang awak nak beli?
Modal perniagaan.
Modal? Macam mana nak beli modal? Macam mana nak beli modal? Okey. Kenapa kita kena bayar hutang? Siapa nak jawab soalan saya?
Saya cuba doktor.
Kenapa? Kenapa kita kena bayar hutang, Izzuddin?
Sebab kita ada beli aset dengan kredit.
Ya, sebab kita beli aset secara hutang. So
Secara
kita kena
kredit.
bayar lah. Kita tak ada apa? Kita tak ada beli modal term beli tu tak tepat. So kalau kita hutang sebab kita nak tambah modal kita nak pinjam ke orang nak top up kita punya modal. So itu pun salah satu situasi kita bayarlah kita punya kita hutang kat siapa kita bayar. Alright, thank you kepada pembentang-pembentang. So saya proceed dengan pembentangan saya. Saya akan habiskan slide ni dan kita akan break sekejap untuk solat asar. We go to the next slide. Okay. From this slide, okay, awak just baca dan awak tengoklah macam mana dia jawab. What is a debit side and what is a credit side. So this is the repetition from our discussion on the slide before. Right, this is also on the buy, okay, some process of the buying something. So dia buy, okay. Benda penting dekat sini adalah by internet transfer. Okay, when we talk about the cash, it's refer to the cash, internet transfer. Internet transfer tu dia masuk bawah cash. So let's say awak beli sesuatu and dia kata bayar melalui internet transfer. So tak ada term internet transfer as an item under the asset. So internet transfer you must include under the cash part, right? This is the main info that you should know. And then this is the same, okay, right? This is on the sold of goods, okay, sold by sold by cash, sold by debit card. This is for the debit card side. And then this is internet transfer. Okay, dia just nak bezakan awak dengan apa beza antara beli cash, beli internet transfer, beli dengan debit card. Benda tu penting. Okay, untuk membantu anda menjawab soalan-soalan final assessment atau midterm lah. Right, this is a debit side and credit side. Bila kita sebut debit and credit, of course, okay, semua orang tahu sebelah kiri equal to debit side and then sebelah kiri equal to credit side. Both side, debit side and credit side must be equal amount, right? This is the T account. Bila cakap macam ni, buat macam ni je, ini adalah namanya T account ataupun ledger. Orang panggil ledger. So kita akan pergi go through in details on ledger's topic. This is the double entry. When we talk about what are the meaning of double entries? Double entries is you must record it both sides, debit side and credit side. From each transaction, you must record it both sides. This is a double entry. Some amount may be decrease, some amount may be increased. When we talk about the double entries, we will face the four conditions that already discussed before. 4 kondisi. Bila sebut double entries, ada kemungkinan turun naik. Double entries, this is debit side and also you must have the
Saya tak faham apa sebab
Sekarang
sangkut-sangkut.
Yang tadi doktor cakap semua sangkut.
semua sangkut.
Yang slide sebelum ni.
Slide sebelum ni, slide yang mana? Slide mana? Ni, yang ni. Ni. Slide yang mana?
Tak bergerak pun.
Tak bergerak.
Tak bergerak.
Yang ni.
Gerak ni. Yang ni. Slide mana? Yang ni.
Yang ini.
Ni dah.
Ini tak tahu yang lain.
Start T account, alright. Alright. Okay. When we talk about the T account, okay, it refers to the ledger. Bila kita cakap tentang T account, dia adalah merujuk kepada ledger. Bila cakap tentang ledger, you should record it in a debit side and in a credit side. And then both side must be the same figure. Okay? You go to the making double entries. When we talk about the double entries, it refers to the 4 conditions. Okay, which condition the transaction fulfill? Okay, bila kita cakap tentang double entries, sebut pun double entries, sebut pun double, means that you must each transaction will have double recorded. What are the in the debit side or what are the account in the credit side? You cannot just record it in one side. Okay, your result, your answer or your amount will face, okay, the situation that your statement of financial position is not balanced, right? So we go to the making double entries. This is how to record the double entries. You must record one side, let's say for this example, debit side, and then you must also record it in the credit side. So you can go through slide by slide to make you understand better. Okay, right. This is the example, also the same example on our discussion before. Right. Okay, untuk part ni, ada soalan? Tak ada. Ada soalan? Tak ada. So saya ambil masa lebih kurang lagi macam mana? 10 minit sebelum kita stop. Okay. Masa hari ni 4:20. Okay, kita pergi kepada income statements and balance sheet. We go fast for this subtopic because I already teach you or learn you on this topic 2 overview on the statement of comprehensive income and the statement of financial position. Alright, this is just a repetition, explanation. This is the learning objective. Okay, awak kena tahu the term penting that important is written inwards. Apa beza written inwards? What are the differences between written inwards, written outwards? Okay, written inward dalam bahasa Melayu, pulangan masuk. Written outward, pulangan keluar. Cash inward, angkutan masuk. Angkutan masuk, cash inward. Cash outwards, angkutan keluar. Okay, macam mana nak record returns dalam income statement? Kita akan tengok apakah perbezaan angkutan masuk, angkutan keluar dalam statement. And then kita pergi kepada kenapa angkutan masuk dia relate dengan purchasing of goods, and then angkutan keluar pula tak termasuk dalam cost purchasing. Okay, kenapa? Macam mana nak prepare inventory? Okay, lepas tu buat income statement. So income statement ni kalau awak tanya kat saya, how to prepare the income statement? It is sangat memudahkan sebab kalau awak hafal format. Format kena hafal. Tak ada kaedah lain. Okay, what are the returns inwards? Okay, when we talk about the return inwards, it relates with the sales account. Okay, deal with the sales account. That sales account means goods, okay, returned by customer. Okay, kita dah jual kat dia, dia pulang balik kat kita. Itu return inward. Okay, apart from that, return outwards relates with the purchases account. Okay, situasi dia adalah kita beli barang, and then ada some barang yang maybe rosak dan sebagainya, kita pulang balik. Sebab tu dia relate dengan purchases account. Right? This is how to calculate the gross profit. Sales minus return inward, minus again with the cost of goods sold minus return outwards, you will get the gross profit. But the gross profit is unaffected by returns. Why the author declare that the gross profit is unaffected by returns? Because the return inward and return outward, okay, dia punya proses tolak dia dekat dalam. Tak ada nak contoh. Tolak dulu, sales tolak return inward, and then cost of goods sold tolak return outward. Hasil tolak tu yang baru tolak balik untuk dapatkan gross profit. Alright. This is the income statement. You must remember on this format. Okay, the most important part is make sure your amount that for all component put in the right columns, and then carriage adalah angkutan. Okay, when goods are delivered by supplier or sent by customers, the cost of transporting the goods is often an additional charge to the buyer. This charge is called carriage, angkutan. Okay, angkutan consists of two, which is angkutan masuk, carriage inwards. Okay, when we talk about the carriage inwards, it relates with the purchases. So that you must include the carriage inward under the formula here. Okay, under the purchases part. You must put the carriage inwards. But for the carriage outward, okay, carriage outward not relates under the purchases, so that it will be your expenses. Okay, you must include under the expenses. This is the carriage, okay. This is the carriage inward. Here, carriage inward are here. Okay, because it's related with the purchasing of goods. But for the carriage outwards, the carriage outwards only recorded under the expenses. Right? Debit side adalah expenses. And then, so that, apart from that, at the trial balance, we no need to record carriage inwards under the trial balance. Why? It is because, okay, refer with these formats, the carriage inward just put under the calculation of cost of goods sold, and then the result will be comes with the gross profit. So no need to enter the carriage inwards under the trial balance. Okay, this is the adjustment needed for inventory. All right. When we talk about the inventory, okay, this is the main product that our company have. Let's say we sold some, and let's say we open the bookstore and we sold some many type of books, and then when the seller buy our books, okay, when the seller buys our book, okay, and then our company will effect. Maybe now our company have 10 books, and then third party may buy some books from our firm, maybe 10, third party buy 5, and then our inventory will become 5. And then we add on again our books. Maybe we buy again from our main supplier, and then we put the book in the firm so that the other sellers can buy again. This is the process of inventory. In and out always occur in our business. This is a T account for inventory, right? Cost of goods sold. How to calculate the cost of goods sold? This is this is the part of our comprehensive of income statement in order to find how much their gross profit. So this is the part of cost of goods sold. So carriage inward here, okay, and then we will get the gross profit. Right? This is the main income statement until the net profit. So that carriage inward you will put here, and then carriage outward for under the expenses. Okay. This is a balance sheet part, statement of financial position. Okay, you must put each component based on the formula. Don't put jangan letakkan di ruangan yang salah. Ensure that you put in the right column and row, because when you make some mistake on calculating your amount for each component, that your figure will not balance. All right. This is the other expenses in trading account. Okay. Cost of goods sold may also include, okay, maybe sometimes kita dah belajar tadi ada expenses untuk carriage outward and so on. Okay, let's say dia ada other expenses in the trading account. Trading account ni adalah in order to calculate the gross profit plus hasil plus income minus expenses equal to net profit. Okay, some other expenses that may incur, okay, in our business is conversion cost. Incur for getting goods ready for sales. Sometimes kita akan ada libatkan cost kita nak convert barang dan sebagainya, cost upah duit dan sebagainya. Import duties, kita nak ambil barang daripada luar negara, maybe perlukan bayaran cukai dan sebagainya, insurance, repackaging cost for goods being imported. Inilah contoh-contoh expenses yang relate dengan cost of goods sold. Bila sebut the expenses that relate with the cost of goods sold, it's okay. All of these expenses must included under the purchases part. Okay, tak boleh letak dekat expenses bawah, tapi letak dalam part expenses yang under purchases tu. Okay, this is for the learning outcome. We go to the statement of financial position. Alright, this is the learning objective. Okay, you must know on the balance sheet what are the asset, liabilities, what are the capitals, and that is the format for the statement of financial position. Okay, for in the statement of comprehensive income statement tadi tu, profit and loss, we have the 2 columns, but in the statement of financial position, we have the 3 columns. Make sure you put the right component in the right columns and in the right component in the right rows. Alright? Okay, this is the capital parts, and then this amount. Wait. Okay, this amount must be same with, okay, here. Net asset amount must be same with the amount in capital. Okay, when you get the difference amount, it shows that some mistake that you do from the process number 1 until you able to prepare the statement. Alright, this is the format of balance sheet. You must remember this, and then you must know under the what are the item under the what are the item under the component of asset. Okay, asset consists of 2. You must know which item must include under the current asset, which item must include under the non-current asset. Same goes with the liabilities and honest equity. Okay, this is the meaning of non-current asset. Okay, what are the current asset? For the main explanation is you buy some current asset not intentionally to sold. Okay, current asset within 12 months and then easier, okay, to in and out from your company. This is the current liabilities. When we talk about the liabilities, it refers to your tanggungan, your debt, your loan, and so on. Let's say you do some loan or some financing within a year, it's include under the current liabilities. When you do some loans or financing more than 1 year, it include under the non-current liabilities. This is the non-current liabilities, net as current asset. This is the important part in order to calculate the working capital, right? Okay. That's all for this subtopic. So we will continue insyaAllah. After this, we proceed at 5 PM. So awak boleh rehatlah kot sekejap. So kalau yang Muslim tu boleh solat. So saya pun nak solat. Kita tunggu jumpa lagi pada pukul 5 insyaAllah. Terima kasih semua. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Salam.